Green on. We're back again. Because good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. Alright guys, we got 3 more pots coming at you guys. I feel like sometimes when I make these videos, I think people think it's a static image, so it's cool to have this kind of moving. Gotta just watch out this freaking thing doesn't fall on me, dude. But anyway, you know, I'm gonna get over there in just a second, so I'll see you guys over there. Camera, or green, off. Camera B. Bring this down. Gotta get some more water on here too. And so this right hand is everything that this is doing is it's just keeping it under control here, alright guys? Right to the bottom. Alright, I'm gonna pull this up one more time, and then you're gonna bring your hammer fist right down on top. And so part of the reason why we're doing that, a lot of times when people are throwing, they can get this top centered, but this base is the thing that's the hardest to get centered, right? So you bring that up so it's more narrow, just so then all of a sudden you can center that bottom a little bit more, right? Camera C. So I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to stick my thumbs right in this middle. I always say it's kind of like a pond, and right when you put your fingers in there, right, you're going to notice that gets dry. So I fill up the pond. You can't have the tadpoles dry out. And I hook my fingers, right? And a lot of people try to push this whole chunk of clay. That's a lot of clay to push. So all you got to do actually is you got to hook your fingers and cut through that bottom layer there, right? Think of it as like a cake, right? If you cut through that bottom layer of that cake, the top 2 layers are going to just follow along, right? And it should feel like butter you left out, right? Water on my elbow too, right? And sometimes people get freaked out. They're like, oh, I don't want to put my hand here, it's going to widen up this top. Don't even worry about it, because you're going to realign everything through this next pole here. So here you are, right underneath this bottom. You're going to define this little bump. And again, you can see this little bump I have. And it's like a little game, you know, it's the clay gives you a quest to take this to the top. And I always imagine it's like you're lifting a baby bird up to the sky, right? At slug speed. There's a slug crawling right up the side of the pot. And there you go, right? And so now you're cruising. You got some nice height on this one, alright guys? Slowly gonna walk up this twist. Alright guys? Alright, and so I always make trees. I make 3 trees a day. And right on this top, and I slowly push this out, and that tension, that middle can't hold itself together. So there's only one way for this to go, is twist up, and there you go, you got a tree. Alright? So, there we go. Again, I'm going to push some of this clay down. And this bottom part here is stuff that people usually just get rid of, right? And I usually make the base of my pots really thin. I don't plan on trimming these. I can't even imagine trying to trim this with such an uneven top, right? And so then what I like to do is I throw the bottoms really thin. I don't even wire them off. That's how thin, because if I was to wire them off, it would rip through the bottom. But what that does is it projects more weight upwards, and so I can have more weight on this corner without them feeling too terribly heavy. And so there we go. So that's number 2. Well, I guess that's number 1, sorry. But I really like the way that those tandles are looking on this one, right? Yesterday's pots were really good. I make 3 every day, so that's my thing. Somebody says tree over volcano. So funny. I like that. Camera B. Push this down. Here we go. Right, seal that bottom edge. And remember these 2 lanes of traffic, that push and that pull, That's when I get this really nice and centered for us here. I bring that up. There we go. One more time. I bring that up. Sense. You know, some of them don't really matter too much. Bring this up. Gonna get some more water on here. And really, you just want to lift the clay. You're putting just a little bit of pressure, and that's what's bringing that clay down, all right? And see, there's almost like a little mushroom here. You don't want that undercut, right? And so what you're doing is you're pushing this inward, so then the clay from the bottom feeds outward, so you don't fold over on the water there, right? And then you push down right on this top. You get this nice and centered downwards there. Nice. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Put some more water on this. I'm making a tree. Be careful here. Get a little bit wobbly on the top. I'll curl this up. Okay, bring these in. I think this one looks actually kind of cool with all the tendrils on the bottom. Alright, spin the plate maximum velocity speed. No, I think that's actually the problem that most people have is they're spinning their wheel way too fast, right? Did you make the voice activated setup myself? I'm a gamer, so I found some stuff that works really well. What time is it for me? It's 1:30 in the morning? What the heck? It's about 6 o'clock here, right? I'm a little bit too crazy on this one. Alright, camera B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. And so this is gonna twist up really nice here. And so you can already see the twist forming here. And so the goal actually it becomes really tight and gives it that really nice tree-like contrast. Really having that be the trunk, the veins becoming the trunk of that tree. I think I did a nice idea with doing the petals on the bottom and having that thing on the top, so it really has that nice wide, narrow, wide atmosphere on that pot, right? A good silhouette. This one I think is a little bit, you know, it's interesting, but I think it's not as good as the one that we did yesterday. But again, it's a double tendril. I've been doing this thing recently where I fold over these little tendrils to become like a little squiggle on the side. And I think they add a little bit of more emotion on there, compress that top, maybe to bring some more, like more lines there so your eye gravitates towards those little edges of the tendrils, or the tips of the tendrils there. And then the one on the top is the most basic one of the day, but I think since it was the most basic, I really got to allow the tendrils to become more of a pattern, and so I really let the tendrils go crazy on that one. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, all the best, and strong mentality.